Ladies and gentlemen,
let's rock.
This is FanStream Sports.
Can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
Yeah. Welcome into the Colby Timm Show. I'm your host, Colby Timm. Well, the guy waving at you and looking like a runaway child with a beard, I can't even explain what my mouth is saying. It's one IndyCar Tim. What's up, Tim?
Hey, Colby. Long time no chat.
We've had, you know what? There's sometimes during this mic check pre-show meeting that I wish we just went ahead and just turned on the microphones and just let them on for everybody to hear.
Crying.
Because, well, we get into some real stupid shit. But, hey, that's what this show's for, too, is we're also going to get into all of that.
Jesus Christ.
Holy crap. We may even delve into Tim's love life.
No, we're not doing that.
Because
not this time.
Let me tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy, and poor Tim's all up in his feelings right now, and you know. But I won't pull back.
Had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been saying feelings this whole time because you just
said Wascal earlier.
Yeah, I did. But speaking of in the feelings, I've got.
Colby has some thoughts, you guys. So this is, by the way, for everybody that listened to last week when we preempted our normal programming to start the show with the news that Mike McCarthy was staying with the Cowboys.
Yep.
That literally derailed the entire show.
Pretty much, yeah.
Colby, because he could never recover. Now Colby's going to get into what he had originally intended to get into, which had already derailed his thoughts for the first time.
It's now, all right, for those that don't know, that don't experience this, now is the time when everybody that's January 1st is come and gone, and they've agreed now with themselves that they're going to get better at life, and they're going to start doing things. And a lot of that involves with joining the gym, which I am for. Do it. I mean, it's the way I feel better about myself, and, you know, you can do the same. If it works for you, cool, right? I'm all for it. But we need to have a couple of things that help out a little bit. Everybody else that's in there. Number one, I don't know what you're doing when you're in the gym working out and you smell like you just ran through the perfume section at the mall and just showed up. I understand leaving the gym, and I actually understand if you worked all day, you were in an office or whatever, and you had some cologne on and there's like remnants or whatever. But we can all tell that you just hit yourself with preferred stock before you started lifting weights. We know this because smell travels in a gym. It just does. I don't understand why you decided to, throw on 8 necklaces like you're Mr. T and then also hit yourself with whatever. But the necklaces are fine. The amount of cologne that some of these guys are wearing is not, I don't know what you're doing. And it's drowns out my thinking. When your smell can drown out my thinking, there's something wrong with it.
Can I ask you a question, Colby?
Yes.
As I try to fix our cameras, I'm supposed to be over there. Should men wear cologne, period?
I mean, sure.
To a gym.
To a gym, okay, like I said, if you already had it on and you showed up. But we can actually tell that you changed into your gym attire there at the gym and you've hit yourself with cologne. Like a bunch. I'm not talking about, hey, a dab and a dab. I'm talking about they did the whole formed a wall and then walked through it. Right? That guy. Stop that. Stop, please.
It's not good.
The other thing is the mirrors that are in front of you, they're there so that you can check your form. They're also there that if you're unsure about how exactly you want to do the particular sets of weights that you've got, and you want to take, pointers from somebody else that may look like they know what they're doing. Cool. Look at the mirror. Don't look at the back of my neck while I'm working out for, it seems like, a good 10 minutes straight. That's because I can feel you watching, especially then when you turn around and that person is now still looking at you doing the exact same move. It's the creepiest thing that can possibly happen.
It's like you're being followed.
It's where I'm doing shoulders and then I'm concentrating on getting the milk turn right, which I won't get into workout talk, but it's where you're.
What the fuck is that?
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. What the hell is that?
The inside of your shoulders, just real quick, so I can explain that. You have the barbell, right? If you act like you're pouring milk with it on your rotation, you hit a little bit more of the front of your shoulder doing that.
All right, I feel it.
Okay.
I feel the burn already. I'm not even holding milk.
So doing that.
But can't you just do that from pouring milk?
Yeah, but then you have to up the weight and up the. You don't just work reps. You can. You know what? You can. Grab you a gallon of milk and get about, I don't know, 4
I love milk.
4 sets of 12 of you pretending like you're pouring the milk. There you go.
Do you grunt? Do you grunt when you?
Yes, but I have headphones in. If you don't get to the struggle fart rep, I don't know what you're doing. Okay.
Wait, what?
The struggle fart rep, when you're trying your best to get the rep done that you can't quite, and you're struggling and you might pass gas. That's the point of the final rep, is where you can't do it.
By the way, our friend Corey Majors has joined the program. Hello, Corey. Sorry about you.
So. But yes, the people that are just looking at you while you're doing, look at the mirror. Mirror's for, that way you can look at that and go, all right, this is how it's defined.
Can I give an analogy here?
Don't look at the back of my head.
Can I give an analogy?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, the word might be pronounced analgy, but we're going to go with analogy right now.
Struggling.
Dudes, all of you dudes, let me get close to the camera. Dudes, if you go to a gym and you want to check out a chick, are you going to stare at her or are you going to stare at her through the mirror where there's no direct line of sight and she can't see you staring at her? Okay, it's the same thing. If you want to see a dude working out and try to mimic what he's doing and because you're impressed, especially when it's Colby and we're all impressed with his physique. Colby's hot. All right, I'm telling you right now. Especially if you see him at a gym in his little skimpy shorts and his leg warmers and his tank top.
I've never
Don't
leg warmers.
Make direct eye contact. You do it through the mirror like he's a hot chick that you don't want her to see you looking at him. And do it that way.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, it's your segment, Colby.
So there's that. And finally, I'm all good with funny shirts. But if your whole goal at the gym is to watch women working out, don't wear a shirt that says, "I like watching boobies." There's a guy who's, now I've seen him twice, has a shirt, which I think his shirt is awesome. I love. It's just one of my likes in life is boobies? I like watching boobies. Not I like boobies. It's I like watching boobies. And he gets it. I know casually sexting. Every time I've seen him, it can't be chest day, but he goes to the cables and so that the cables are facing right towards the mirror, right? So like if you're just, the cables are here and all of the treadmills and stuff are behind him. So every chick that sports bra isn't quite working as well as it should, and they're just jogging. Flippity floppity. These things are it's a bounce-a-thon going on. And he is just sitting there with his shirt on. Just he doesn't care about form or nothing. He is literally doing what his shirt says the whole time, which good for him. But I think he would do better in life if he didn't just have it on his shirt that the reason why he's there. I like watching boobies is on his shirt, and he's just that's why he's there. because the weights that he has going is like he's got like 10 pounds on each side.
Okay.
He's not really working out.
Okay, again.
I mean, but good for you, dude.
Dude, by the way, I'm going to interrupt Colby's segment for 1 second for a public service announcement. If you're going to a gym just so you can watch boobies, there's a much safer place. It's called pornhub.com.
They're not live, though, and you have to pay straight.
They don't have to be.
They're right.
Sometimes they're better when they're not live.
But that guy's hilarious.
Not that I've ever been there.
I wouldn't wear a shirt while I also then did.
Wait, so does this dude look like a creeper, or does he is genuinely a gym rat? Is he built? Is he?
Oh no,
So he's probably somebody's little brother that's just hanging out.
No, he's somebody's older brother.
Oh, it's a little bit more creepy.
Yeah, that guy.
Huh.
I mean, shirt's funny, but dude.
Huh.
And finally, it's all cool when you and all of your brothers and your sister go work out as a family. And then you bring your friends along too.
I don't like that.
But when y'all all decide that you're going to hit the same machine and you're going to be there for trading off spots for the next hour and a half
as a family,
2 hours as a family, we would prefer that maybe you did that for a little bit and then moved on, because somebody else would actually like to get in on some preacher curls or something. It's that can be a little bit annoying. Not as much as the guy staring at the back of your head while you're working out. That was the most like dude got told at the gym. I put weights down. I looked and I said, the mirror. That's what you look at.
I wish you were rolling on that.
You know
what? You need to video yourself working out for the show.
Do I?
So we can play it during these intros and stuff.
So y'all can see what a struggle fart looks like, because it'll happen.
Yeah.
Thank you, LA Knight. Appreciate everything that you got going on.
So let me ask you this, Colby.
Yeah.
Okay. For those people who have only known me for maybe 25 short years.
Okay.
There was a time before that when I myself was a gym rat.
I don't believe you.
I belonged to a gym. I worked out every day. I literally lived at the gym after my first divorce because I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Okay.
The gym I belonged to was known as President's Health and Racquetball Club.
I swear to God, I thought you were about to say the YMCA.
YWCA. No, dude, I was at the gym all the time in my early 20s.
Uh-huh.
I started working out in my late teens because I was a skinny little F, and that was the only way I knew to like get normal.
Okay.
Right. And maybe a little bit of tone because I wanted to wear my Jordache jeans and make them have a good butt so that the chicks would stop calling me droopy drawers. You know who you are, Cindy, Stacy.
I think Cindy and Stacy just left, actually.
No, I still talk to them, actually.
Okay.
So anyway, and they watch the show. So let me ask you, but my President's Health and Racquetball Club was, for lack of a better term, pricey.
Okay.
It wasn't one of these neighborhood gyms that you can just like $5 a month, or they didn't have those back then, right? those were called the rec center. That's where you went to work out cheap, was the rec center, right?
Don't make me come in there and pull your point out of your mouth. Where are you going?
So have you only belonged, and I'm trying to put this very delicately because I don't want to paint you with a broad brush.
Have I only belonged to one gym?
Have you only belonged to this gym in your entire life? And if not, have you been to expensive gyms and also the lower level cheap gyms? And does this happen at every gym? Is this all the same?
This is, I would think it's the same. Maybe not as much as the expensive gyms, because I go to Planet Fitness and it's not that expensive to go to. So okay. I would think if you were going to join a gym that you would pick one that was in a price range, because you're not sure if that's something you're going to keep doing or whatever, and you want to drop a whole lot of money on it. I go there because it's literally, you walk out of my apartment and you take about 20 steps and you're at the gym.
So you're right. You're right. You don't have to drive.
There is no reason to go to any other gym because they have everything that I want there. So, But
because I know I have friends that belong to exclusive gyms,
oh yeah, no, I've heard Gerb talk about his exclusive gyms.
even more exclusive than Gerb's.
Uh-oh.
Like I've got friends that belong to the Cowboys at the Star, dude, and that's $500 a month to belong to a stupid gym, right?
Okay.
And it's the same complaints from everybody.
It's just
There's still creepers there. There's still people that have no gym etiquette. So I'm like, okay, there's just stupid people that have a lot of money that don't know how to work out and be courteous in a gym.
money don't make you smart.
That's true. Look at Jerry Jones.
It doesn't make you smart. Just
I
makes
love you, Jerry.
makes you able to be dumber in a lot better places.
Drive a nice car.
That's pretty much what that's going. So
Buy high-priced hookers.
yeah, again, go to the gym.
I'm just asking.
Go to the gym, work out, do your thing. Cool. And you know what? I'm happy for you. Do it. Just don't
Crank my style.
don't smell like CKB just exploded all over your face and what? And
We're all drunk.
and don't stare at people. I'd appreciate that.
This segment always goes over
Like a Led Zeppelin. Hey, Tim.
What's up, Colby?
What day is it today?
Thank you for asking. Today is Wednesday, January 24th. Colby, we're almost a full month into 2024.
We are.
I haven't had my period yet.
He said exclamation point.
Am I pregnant?
Mm-hmm. You are.
I put my Philadelphia Eagles tampon in.
Are you getting somewhere, or how'd we get? What? Why are we here? What
I
happened?
thought we were bashing the Eagles.
I thought
Or was
I
that
just,
last week?
I thought I just asked you what day it was today.
It's time to bash the Eagles. Colby, maybe the most appropriate day ever in the history of our, what day is it? It's Colby's so defeated. Should I tell everybody how many shots I've had?
You should. You told me this was going to be a great show.
Told you. No, I didn't say great. Colby, today is National Beer Can Appreciation Day.
Fan of the beer can.
Dude, I like drinking beer out of a can.
It's the easiest thing to shotgun.
I really do.
It's the easiest thing to shotgun.
And you know what I miss?
What's that?
I miss the old pull tabs you could step on.
I've never missed a pull tab in my entire
Did you ever drink out of a pull tab, or was that
Yes.
okay? So that you were kind of in that zone, right? Like
Yeah.
that
I mean,
generation.
I've seen and used a pull tab before.
Okay. I think cans were better back then.
I just
Am I nostalgic?
you're nostalgic for pull tabs.
Like pull tabs.
Nobody else. I don't think you're the only. I'm going to go ahead and say this now. I think that's the only time that's ever been uttered in the history of humanity
No.
is you
Can't be
saying
right.
I'm nostalgic for pull tabs.
And in the opposite direction from pull tabs, Colby. God, you're gonna hate this day. Because you don't understand these computers. It is National Macintosh Computer Day. Now, look, I'm not talking Mac. Okay, I'm not talking about Mac, which is what it's known as now, or Apple, or my iPhone, or my MacBook Air, or my MacBook Mini, or my MacBook Pro, or my iPad Pro, or my iPad Mini. I got a lot of iPads. I'm talking about Macintosh Computer Day,
That's basically
which
so
was
you're-
the first one.
You're just talking about the granddaddy of all the others.
Granddaddy of them all. As
Which
Keith
if I can
Jackson once said.
if I can go back in time and stop them from existing, I think I would.
They're great.
No.
So in high
ahead.
school, we had Macintosh in our yearbook class.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, holy crap, because I had it like in Commodore 64 at home, right? And I was like, Macintosh will change the world. I got to invest in this. I'm 16. I should invest in Macintosh. Dad, can I borrow like $8? My $8 didn't get invested. I just spent it on weed.
Right.
And I didn't even smoke weed at the time.
Just got some.
Thought I could resell it for more.
I'll get $16 for this $8.
I was a bad businessman when I was 16. Colby, also another day that you will not appreciate or take part in ever, especially if you're at the gym. It is National Compliment Day. Tell me how many times a day you compliment people.
Is it National Compliment Day? Is that the reason why the old lady in the rascal at Kroger's?
No, call it what you called it pre-show.
Wascal? Yeah, because I got it mixed up. It's only the Walmart Rascals that you can call Wascals because they're Walmart brand Rascals.
The Wascal.
Okay,
You
so
wascally wabbit.
I actually got a compliment today, which that doesn't happen
All right.
at all ever.
People compliment you on your like your cutness now.
That you know what? No, not really.
No? Not even at the gym?
No, not. I mean, I
You're
guess
in the wrong gym.
I guess so. No, yeah, nobody says anything to me about hey the way I look or whatever, which is fine.
I complimented you that one time. I looked at you and I was like, Colby, nice penis.
It's never happened, and no,
That wasn't you?
that wasn't me.
I don't know who that was then.
But
God, but good for him.
yeah, great job.
Good for
human.
him.
No, so I'm at the in line at Kroger's, and I was grabbing a protein bar and a soda or
Of
something.
course you were.
And
Robert Irvine?
actually, this was just a Quest.
All right.
Yeah, because they didn't have the other one. So as I turned around, this lady goes, "Hey, are you open?" And never mind, you don't look like you work at Kroger. First of all, I don't know. Shots fired at people at Kroger or shots fired at me?
Yeah, which one?
I don't understand. But the second thing was that she looked at me and goes, "Can I go home with you?" And you can't say no. And I was like,
Was this the lady in the Wascal?
"This is the lady in the Wascal." And
Huh.
I
And
We're all drunk.
how was it?
well, I mean, I couldn't say no, so I just didn't say anything.
Oh, you
right?
didn't go?
I left faster than the Wascal could move.
Did you say, are you driving or am I?
I didn't. I just,
My first question.
I was like, all right, well, you know what?
Who's riding who?
You know what? This story had a thing to it, and I don't even know how to get there anymore.
Okay, get there now. Set up.
No. I left because she asked me a question and took away 50% of the possible answers that I could have used.
And that was going to be your answer.
All right.
Was the part she took away? No, ma'am. Thank you very much, though.
No, I've already I've reached my old lady quota.
Which begs the question, Colby: have you ever turned down the pee?
You know what? Yes, because if that was
Yeah, me
what was
too.
being offered, then yes. That
Don't you think that's what was being offered by the lady in the Wascal? Isn't that what was happening? She was offering you the pee.
you know what, Tim? I think we've reached the level of awkwardness that happened in that one Different Strokes show where Arnold and his buddy get up at the bike shop.
Bike shop.
Yes. We've reached that level of awkwardness right now
It's not the 70s anymore. It's way more awkward.
where we've got to try and hide our cigarette smoke breath from Mr. Drummond while we figure out what porn is.
Poor Mr. Drummond. Colby, also, this is disgusting to me. Maybe you like it. National Peanut Butter Day.
I love peanut butter.
No, you do. That's protein, right?
I love peanut butter is probably one of the worst things you can actually eat.
Oh, so it's not protein?
I mean, it's fats. I mean, it's got some protein in it. It's got some good fats in it. The problem is if you're trying to watch any kind of calories, like one
Oh.
teaspoon is like 160 calories, and nobody just eats 1 teaspoon of peanut butter. If you literally took a small can or whatever of Jif and just started spooning that into your mouth, you've probably consumed a week's worth of calories.
Crunchy or creamy?
It doesn't matter. It's
No,
all,
what's your preference?
whichever one you got.
Yeah, me too. Like, I don't really care.
I mean,
And the only time I will eat peanut butter, and I've done this since I was a kid, is then occasionally on a saltine. I'll scoop out a little bit of peanut butter, put it on a saltine, and I will consume peanut butter that way. That is the only way I like peanut butter.
favorite thing to do with peanut butter. My favorite thing to do with peanut butter is to take a little bit of cream cheese and a little bit of peanut butter into a bowl, and you spin them together, hitting them with a little bit of sugar or sweetener, whatever you want to do, and then graham crackers. And
Isn't
just-
peanut butter sweet enough, though, by itself, or no? You still need more with the cream
still
cheese?
need more because you're adding the cream cheese, but you
Huh.
have just made a basic cheesecake, peanut butter cheesecake
Huh.
dip. You go into it with the graham crackers.
Does it have to be graham cracker?
Well, because that's what you usually have with cheesecake.
Oh, with the graham cracker crust. Wow, look at Colby over here with the
So if you
knowledge bomb.
you get the actual whipped cream cheese and then throw the. Oh man, you're talking about
Colby just blew my mind.
doing some work.
Like, I'm interested.
It's good. It's real good. It's too good. Nobody do that.
I might want to do that rather than watching Hot Tub Time Machine tonight, which is what I was going to do after the show.
So it's the basics of a no-bake cheesecake is what it is.
Something that might be sponsored by Nike, as it is Just Do It Day.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Do it. Just do it.
Like, why? Also,
Thank you, LaBouffe.
one of Shiny LaPouf, one of my favorite things that a bodily function. This is one of my favorite bodily functions ever.
The fart.
No.
The front fart.
That's also one of my. Have you ever front farted?
No. I don't have the ability to front fart.
Neither do I.
Okay.
I just said neither when I always say neither, so I'm not sure where that came from.
That was your mouth front fart right there.
I just mouth front farted with the word neither.
Mm-hmm.
Colby, the belly laugh. Today is National Belly Laugh Day. Have you ever just gotten?
Yes, you've actually got
so
pictures
tickled.
of me.
I do.
In this position because Kevin Hagelin was getting his chest waxed by
I facilitated, by the way.
Yes, by that sweet girl,
Clara.
And he said, "Oh, bitch!
It had to hurt.
Not you!
That was one of the more epic nights of KNC Masterpiece in the old studio.
I swear to God, one of those strips came off, and I thought it had a pepperoni with it. I thought full nipple came with that MFR. That was great. We need more.
Dude, you legit belly laughed.
Kevin in pain. Kevin or Corey in pain has always been the funniest thing to me.
I forgot I had pictures of you that night.
It's like those two in pain was the funniest things to me. Like
why?
Other people in pain,
those are your friends.
Just kind of funny. Those two guys in pain, it was just like that was the greatest of hilarity.
Are you gonna laugh when I'm in pain?
Of course, I'm gonna laugh when you're.
I mean, you were laughing in pre-show at my emotional discomfort right now. So
emotional damage.
That dude's funny, Stephen Ho. Yeah, Colby likes to laugh at the misfortunes of others.
Yes.
And at one point, when he thought a nipple was removed via waxing, he belly laughed on the floor in the studio at the fan, the old studio, that little tiny studio.
It was that, and it was when Corey had a fish as a diaper, and he just kept like trying to squirm around with his fish diaper. And
what the hell, I don't remember that one.
That I think that ruined my. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard again. Besides those times, I think I may have broke my laugh box or something on those.
Huh. All right. How about? That's too serious. I don't want to go there. The National Let's Change a Pet's Life Day. By the way, we're looking to adopt a new pet. I just told the story about my family losing a pet.
Right.
And we're down to one. My kids are freaking out. What if Tolo dies? Like, Tolo's like 6. I'm sure he's good right now. No, Tolo needs a friend. Tolo needs a friend.
Right.
I'm like, I'm his friend. Yeah, but you leave sometimes. Which is a valid point.
It is a valid point.
So now my kids are actually looking at pet adoption sites for dogs. Without permission.
Do what I did and just go to a shelter, man.
No, and that's what I would do. That's where we get all our dogs, right? And a lot of the adoption sites that we're looking at, they're related to shelters, and this pet's got like 4 days left until he meets the Lord.
Then go get that.
And I'm like, yeah, he looks like he needs to meet the Lord.
But see, that's me though. I would go get that puppy and be like, all right, for these 4 days, you're not going to be in this stupid shelter.
I just don't know what to think about shelters. We need to do a segment on shelters sometime, right? Like maybe on a depressing note. Colby, it is also international. What the fuck is this? Colby, have you ever done this? International Mobile Phone Recycling Day.
Is it one of the machines where like they buy back your phone or whatever?
Like at Walmart?
Yes.
Have you ever recycled a mobile phone?
No.
Do you throw them away or just stuff them in a drawer somewhere?
They just end up busted, and I end up, I guess, throwing them away. I don't.
Just in the trash. See,
Yeah.
and supposedly you're not supposed to do that because of the electronics and there's radiation.
Oh wow! Well,
And like you kill fish in lakes.
If something's going to be, charged to me and it's some kind of crime to throw away my phone, well, next time I'll just hawk it down the street. Not actually go to a receptacle.
Just throw it down the street and see what happens.
Sorry, it fell out of my car. I don't know where it went.
God, we're so late. Colby, how about National Lobster Thermidor Day?
Any way you can get lobster is good.
It's good, right? Do you have any friends named Matthew? It's National Matthew Day.
I've had friends named Matthew.
Oh, but no longer friends.
Well, I mean, they were.
You're on the outs.
No, I've never been on the outs with anybody. As far as like
You on the outs?
no,
No, I would mean on the outs.
Like they were friends because we were coworkers, and like if they asked if they had a friend named Colby, they'd be like, "Yeah, that guy." They would say it, but like
that one guy that I used to work with.
I wouldn't immediately go, "Yeah, they're in my group of." I have a very small group of friends.
You do. I'm not even in his circle. I'm not even in Colby's friend circle, and we do a show together for 3 years. Still not his friend.
I mean, like if you said, "Hey, dude, you
want to hang?"
Then I'd ask you what we were doing.
Yeah, it depends. Are you paying? What are we doing?
Yeah, what's going on? But I'd probably show up. There's a lot of people that could call me and be like, "Hey, you want to come over and do some?" I'd be
do drugs.
No,
don't come do drugs.
I don't.
You want to come drink some Jameson? Oh,
and yes,
see.
I've invited you to like join the PlayStation group.
But that's a virtual party. It's not real. You're not inviting me to your house.
That's where my friends hang out at.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. And I'm gonna do that one day. I just have to download the game that you're playing.
You know, you and I were friends. If I've ever been like, yeah, come join my PlayStation group as we're playing games. If you've ever been in there, then I count you as a friend. If you have it and you do play PlayStation, and I knew you played PlayStation, then I probably didn't want to hang out with you.
So don't call Colby to hang out.
Just
well, it's National Matthew Day today. Okay, and look, and this one's I was very excited when I saw this one, but then I read the description and I was less excited. So let me read you what day it is and tell me how excited you are, and then I'll read the description and then tell me how excited you're not.
Okay.
The day is National Paul Pitcher Day, and the photo is of a big pitcher of beer.
Okay.
So I'm in, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what the hell is Paul Pitcher Day? And then I read, drink ale and line up your pitchers because it's time to celebrate the conversion of St. Paul.
So what?
What is that at? Well, from when he wasn't a Christian to a Christian, I'm guessing.
Oh, so it wasn't when he upgraded his motor to a turbocharger?
He didn't convert from Android to Apple.
Okay.
I would celebrate that. You wouldn't.
You know what, man? If finding Jesus is your way of doing better and being better, then go.
No, and I'm okay with that. Like, I get that, but it's weirdly worded.
Okay.
With the beer, what does beer have to do with it?
You're fine with the Jesus. You're not fine with the Jesus being mixed with your alcohol.
I would love to have a beer with Jesus.
Okay.
Actually, I think I have.
So
I was really drunk that night.
So wait, so you're not down with the water and the wine situation?
No, I am not down with saying it's Paul Pitcher Day.
Uh-huh.
And then reading that it has to do with the conversion of St. Paul to Christianity. What does that have to do with my pitcher of beer? Why can't I just celebrate my pitcher of beer?
You are looking at this at the wrong
Why does that have to be
direction.
religious?
You're looking at this in the wrong direction, sir.
Probably so. I do that just to ask any woman I've dated.
You, a consumer of all alcohols that can possibly be put in front of your face.
I am. I have several in front of me right now.
Are for some reason boo-hooing and giving crap to somebody going, you know why I'm drinking? Because of Paul converting to Jesus. Man, if you got a reason to drink, then drink.
But we're okay doing that. I don't need a St. Paul to drink. By the way, Colby, over your left shoulder on the TV, it appears that there's a Cowboys-Steelers Super Bowl. Far to your left. The other left. The other
I
left.
could see it this way, though.
Okay, there you go. Just what I'm seeing in the reflection. I see the second greatest Cowboys quarterback, Roger Staubach. Colby, it is also...
Jesus, you're not done yet? By the way, it's like the 5th or 6th time we said Jesus.
Yes, my child.
I'm still out of coffee.
Colby, how about... And I kind of wish I would have known this when we started the show because I might have done it. National Talk Like a Grizzled Prospector Day.
I love the fact that there's days where it's just like it's okay to just have a different voice that day.
I guess.
Just walking into the office and being like, I was out there in the mine and I was looking around and how you doing? Gold. I love gold.
There's gold in them there hills. I probably would have gone pirate thinking it was a prospector, though. Like, I don't know what I would have done if I was supposed to talk like a grizzled prospector. The only thing you told me was that they were grizzled.
You didn't tell me what part of, America they were from.
No, it's just a grizzled prospector.
All right. Well, see, I'm just going with my voice, just grizzled. Yeah. And then, just wanting to know more about gold. Where to find it.
I'm so confused by the days, Colby.
They need more talk like days, right?
Dude, we do, but we need to figure it out like what it is before the show. If we could just do that the whole show, God, people would never listen, right?
I mean, I think I'd turn us off at some point.
Talk like a radio broadcaster day.
Oh, where we're just doing vomit talk the whole time.
Doing traffic reports.
We
and weather reports.
We end up sounding like the guy on Movie Phone the whole time.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Brought to you by 106.1 Kiss FM.
And Kid Craddock in the mornings.
If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press 1.
If you don't, hang up and try again.
To hear a list of current movies, press 2.
To search by date, call back.
And then right before they get to what your selection was, they have the guy read the theatrical trailer. In a world where Will Smith has found a new earth.
Please tell me there's no Will Smith in my movie. In a world where podcast reigns supreme. Good God. All right, Colby, there's your days.
Jesus, what time is it?
For the 11th, it's time to end the show, I think.
It's almost time for Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Is it? But we're a segment behind.
So,
are we going to do sports report? You're producing now, not me. I forgot to do the graphics, so I'll do it now.
Jesus.
What are we doing?
We'd like to apologize to everybody that tuned into this part of the show for Sports Report. Hey, look, we did have Deion Sanders on Cowboys issues, but does anybody really care that Deion Sanders had a comment about the Cowboys?
Here, do you want me to summarize that segment real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I'll do it in like 3 sentences. Deion Sanders came out publicly on RG3's podcast. I don't know why RG3 has a podcast or why anybody cares what he thinks because he's an idiot.
I mean, he's pretty smart.
He's not. Shut up. There's nothing smart about RG3.
He's smart enough to make a career after failing as a quarterback.
His knee's broken. And he came out and said, Deion did, I tell you what's wrong with the Cowboys right now.
Why does Deion sound like Jerry Jones?
It's Black Jerry.
Oh, my God.
It's Blairy. Blairy Blones. I tell you what's wrong with the Cowboys right now. Lord Jesus Christ. So basically, Deion blamed the players.
You started with it. Go ahead and make this as awkward as effing possible.
I tell you what's, RG3, you sucked as a quarterback. I would have picked you off 100,000 times a game, even though you only threw 20 passes.
Well, I asked for more of this. I want to go crawl into a
I will tell you right now what's wrong with the Cowboys. What's wrong with the Cowboys is I don't play there anymore. I'm just kidding because I'm the greatest that ever lived. Now I'm Muhammad Ali. So Deion said it's not Mike McCarthy's fault. It's the players' fault because they can't execute his game plan properly. And I'm like, well, that's Deion speaking as a coach now, right? Because he's a coach.
Right.
If Deion wasn't a coach and he was still a player or had left as a player and not ever coach, he'd be like blaming the coaches. So I don't ever believe anything Deion says.
You know what?
I like Deion. I love Deion. But in the media, come on.
Well, first of all, Deion's never not Deion, so I actually respect that, right?
No, I get it. I get it.
He's always on. This is what he is. And every second, I almost expect to walk into like his house and no camera on, no whatever. But if I was just a fly on the wall, him talking to his kids or his lady or whatever, it would sound the same.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So
you think Deion wants to coach the Cowboys?
I mean, at some point, probably.
I think he would.
At some point,
It's
probably.
destined to happen, right?
At some point, probably. I said that enough times that's definitely my answer. But what everybody needs to worry about with the Cowboys is not what Deion Sanders says. It's not that people aren't listening.
Is it McCarthy's fault or is it the coach's fault?
As far as McCarthy and what he was in control of the offense, I think the offense was fine. But you listen to I think the offense was fine. And the numbers bear out that the offense was fine. I think you need to worry about what's going on with CD Lamb and Dak Prescott. I think there's something there for like everybody's relative to be talking noise about the other person. There's something there. I don't know what's going on.
Dude, that's messed up.
And maybe it's been dispelled or whatever, but man, when your family's talking, something's there.
That's like that tweet my mom sent out.
Right.
About me needing to find a new co-host because you were bringing me down.
Uh-huh.
That's not healthy. I told her to go straight to hell.
Well, I didn't care.
Colby's my ride and die.
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't say ride or die. I said ride and die.
But no, I think what was wrong with them is defensively. I think that they're a below average for their talent-wise defensive, and also the separation between your defensive coordinator and your offensive coordinator. Like your head coach, you would ask him about things that were going on with the defense, and he'd be like, "Oh, it's defense." It's like he had nothing to do with it whatsoever. You know why? Because he had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Nothing.
Yes.
No, I'm saying, I'm emphasizing nothing. Like, nothing at all.
So, he was an offensive coordinator that paid as a head coach. That's what Mike McCarthy was. And occasionally he would go over to the special teams coordinator and just go, "Hey, good job." I think each spot, like with the special teams, defense, offense, I think none of them talked.
Right.
They just did their thing.
It's dysfunctional. I still think it's dysfunctional.
So, you remember that Super Bowl where everybody still loved the Patriots?
Like the first one in 2002?
The first one where they, the Rams come out and they come out separately, and here's your quarterback and here's your wide receivers and then the Patriots run out as a team. And you're like, "Oh my goodness." It was one of those moments where you're looking at it almost like it's, the Disney sports film, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And they came out as a team. And that's how, believably, that's how they were able to win that game, as they played as a team. I think your Dallas Cowboys, nobody actually there plays as a team. Do they like each other on the team? Probably yes. But as far as, playing as a team, there was so much separation going on that I think that took away from some of their unity and some of their being. So, yeah, I think that's a problem. I don't know if that's the end-all be-all problem, but that's a problem. And I think that is what you're going to get with a McCarthy-led offense, is he has no time to, whether we think he has any kind of defensive thoughts whatsoever, he has no time to dig into what are you guys doing.
Because he's being both.
Yes.
And that's why you can't be both in the NFL. I've never been a fan of that.
So,
but
there you are.
Yeah. So, who cares what Deion says? In baseball news, Colby.
Adrian Beltre, don't touch my head.
Hall of Fame, and we all knew it was coming, right?
He was on KNC today.
Oh, my God. Why wasn't he on our show? Why didn't Shippy get him on our show?
Well, because Shippy doesn't work here. Oh, he also doesn't work
Shippy. Wait, who produces KNC now?
I had his name until you asked me.
Okay, when you think of it, let me know. Maybe we'll try to pay him.
I'm not going to remember it now.
$8 an hour.
He's a good guy. He sounds good. He sounds good.
So yes, Adrian Beltre into the Hall of Fame, along with several other I never thought Joe Mauer would be a Hall of Famer for some reason. I don't know why. But he is. Adrian Beltre, by the way, first ballot baby.
Of course.
And a quick rundown, Colby, of your next year's, and you just tell me.
All right.
Just tell me, as I mentioned the name. As I'm trying desperately to find it on my phone where I saved it. So next year, 2025, CC Sabathia.
Yes.
Ichiro Satoke.
Ichiro?
Hung Chung Chow.
Ichiro, yes. Definitely.
Dustin Pedroia.
Yes, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I like that.
I'm only yes. Okay, here, I forgot to give mine. CC Sabathia, yes. Ichiro, yes. Pedroia, no.
Okay.
Felix Hernandez?
I think so.
Yes. Adam Jones? No.
No. Andrew Jones, yes. Adam Jones.
Well, he's already in. Hanley Ramirez?
No.
Russell Martin?
No.
No. Curtis Granderson? The only chance he has is that he was a Yankee. But I say no.
I'm going to put that in the category.
And then how about Troy Tulowitzki?
Too low.
Too low? I say yes. I think he's in.
For the few years he was
really good.
Yeah.
Really good. But he played in Colorado for so many years too.
Yeah.
But you can't hold that against him, right?
No.
Ben Zobrist.
No.
I don't think there's any chance Ben Zobrist is a Hall of Famer, right? Brian McCann, catcher?
Yes.
Definitely. And then finally, Colby, saved it for last. I need your honest opinion.
Okay.
No home. Do you know who I'm about to say?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you haven't seen the list.
Nope.
Because he's eligible in 2025. Former Ranger great, Ian Kinsler. There's no way he's a Hall of Famer, right?
You know what? I can't throw out my homerism. Yes.
You think he's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Now, know why? I know why. Because even though people didn't like Ian Kinsler the last years he was here, because it's like he's just going to pop out.
I don't have a problem with that.
Because he was going for the dinger. Don't mark that.
I already have somebody to mark for you. No, I don't think Ian Kinsler is a Hall of Famer as much as I love Ian Kinsler. And I do. And I hated that they traded him away and that he didn't finish his career here. I don't know. You know what? I hope he does. I hope he is. I don't think he is.
Even with him wishing that the Rangers went 0-162.
Dude, he did. He didn't make a lot of fans that day.
I was okay with that.
I get it.
I was okay.
You know what? But what was the difference between him doing that and Josh Hamilton doing that when he went to Anaheim?
Because I liked Ian Kinsler better.
I liked Josh Hamilton.
You know what? For a while, Josh Hamilton was cool, but it started to feel really, really fake. So
his entire life was fake.
It felt like it was a mask, and we never actually got to see Josh Hamilton. So I agree. I didn't really like him as much. So when he did that, it was like, oh, you better put a ring on it, and then you heard her in the background.
By the way, they didn't last very long after that. I mean, they're not together anymore. I think he's on his third or fourth since her. Like, I got a lot of room to talk. Also, Colby, in breaking news as we were coming on the air today.
Oh, is this the Harbaugh?
Jim Harbaugh Jim Harbaugh.
Right.
It'd be weird if John Harbaugh, because he's still under contract with the Ravens and going to the AFC Championship game.
He's not even going to coach his game.
He's not going anywhere. Jim Harbaugh expected to be named your next head coach, and we called it, I don't know, a month ago.
Right.
Here on this show, your next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. And a lot of people were basing this on his comments like 2 years ago on Justin Herbert.
Right.
And you hate Justin Herbert.
I don't think he's good.
I think he's going to be really good under Harbaugh. I keep saying John. I cover the Ravens, and I always talk John Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh made J.J. McCarthy probably a third-round draft pick. J.J. McCarthy's not a good quarterback. He's terrible. His mechanics are horrible. His decision-making is horrible. Jim Harbaugh dumbed down his offense so much that J.J. McCarthy is now a freaking national championship winning quarterback.
You might be right.
Imagine what he can do for Justin Herbert, who has actual talent.
Oh, he does.
I guarantee you 100% Kellen Moore is gone, by the way.
Well, yeah.
He's probably going to be selling cars this time next year because nobody's going to hire him.
Wait, you don't think anybody? I mean, there's a lot of offensive coordinator positions open now.
Why would you want Kellen Moore as your offensive coordinator?
Because teams are stupid. Duh.
Raiders?
Yeah. Ends up being the Raiders head coach or something.
Bro, they already have one.
Do they?
Yeah, they hired Antonio Pierce, their interim guy.
Okay. How long is that going to last?
Probably for a long time because he's really good.
I know that they won't last long there because he's really good.
Not under Mark Davis with the bowl haircut. It's Floby.
Yes. So anyway,
Yes.
there's your
sports
report and all that and stuff and things. Coming up next,
Such a shit show.
we have the good, bad, and ugly, which is our birthday segment, and then I have mystery shotgun, and I've got some things to discuss with you about upcoming movies and things that are happening in the world of comic book movies. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? It means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. And it's called that for a reason, because Colby Sapp is the voice of reason. So he gets his name first.
It's a sad state where I'm the voice of the actual reason. I don't know. I was looking for another word for that, and I couldn't find it. Like the file,
but it's true.
Shut.
But it's true. You come from a show where you're the wrench.
Yes.
And you have to keep other people in line to joining this mess. And you're the one actually like, what are you doing right now?
Why are you being dumb?
In a world where Tim is dumb.
That's every
If
there was a multiverse of this show, every one of them would be you're dumb.
How'd you like to see a multiverse of our show in Marvel or whatever? And literally, they're all exactly the same.
Right.
Like, it's just Tim being dumb.
Maybe one spot where, like, you're in this room and I'm in there.
But I'm still dumb. That's the only difference, right? And everyone, I've got, like, 3 Jaeger shots in front of me, a full vodka.
There's probably a multiverse out there where I'm still drunk.
I want to go to that multiverse. I want to go back to the multiverse where I would come out to a remote that KNC were doing, and Colby's on the air, and we just made like a 1/10 of a second eye contact, and I would show up with Jameson shots.
Right.
I wouldn't even ask. I would just, before I even went over to the table to high five everybody and say hi or acknowledge anybody, I would just show up to the table in Jaeger shots. Or in Jameson shots.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, I'm doing Jaeger right now.
That was a thing.
Those were the days, Colby.
So,
the birth of a show.
Yep. Now it's time to go to birthdays.
Yeah, we have to do that, don't we?
Yeah.
See, again, the voice of reason, keeping us on time.
This is that segment.
See, Spittle?
where I go through all the people that were born today, find the people that are famous enough to make my list, and I offer them to you, and we decide who is the good person, who is the bad person, and who is the ugly person. This is an abbreviated form because we went a little long on the other stuff, and I have some things to get to before we get to our NFL picks.
Uh-oh. All right, we'll go fast. I also have Facebook birthdays.
I know you do.
But we'll go fast.
So I'm going to give you 4 people.
That's it?
Now, the reason why is because, well, they'll be easier for y'all to go do the good, bad, and the ugly off of these 4 people. Starting off today, Alicia Keys. Her birthday is actually tomorrow, but the list wasn't very big. So Alicia Keys turns 42 years old today.
Is she a rapist?
She is a singer and a very good singer. And
but not like rap music?
There has been some hip hop in some of her or she's been a part of hip hop. Like her chorus has been a part, but she is a wonderful like piano player.
Cute?
Yes.
Right.
She is the cute.
Okay.
Mary Lou Retton turns 56 years old.
Wait, how old?
56.
You don't remember Mary Lou Retton, do you? Like live.
I remember the Wheaties box.
I remember watching Mary Lou Retton at the 1984 Olympics, like in person. I mean, I wasn't there in person, but I was watching her on TV. And it's like 13-year-old Tim fell in love with the like 4'9", 87-pound bob cut haircut, Mary Lou Retton. Now she's just weird.
I mean, sure.
I mean, she's weird looking because she looks exactly the same right now. Like, I'm telling you guys, Google current pictures of Mary Lou Retton. She looks exactly the same as she did in 1984. Same haircut and everything.
So, I mean, you know, hey, no false representation.
No, whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Still cute. I still would.
Neil Diamond's 83 years old.
Colby. Why would you spring this on me?
I'm not springing anything on you.
Is this the first time his birthday was today?
Yeah. Hadn't had 83 of them.
But they were all today?
Yeah, they're all today.
All right, so confession time. But I'll do abbreviated confession time since we're in a hurry. Neil Diamond?
Uh-huh.
One of my top 5 entertainers of all time. I celebrate his entire catalog. And I have had, let's just say, some intimate encounters to his music.
Right.
And maybe 2 or 3 of those intimate encounters were caused by his music.
Caused?
Yeah. Like, what is this that we're listening to? Hold my boobs. I'm just saying.
All right.
Dude's an amazing. So I understand he's going through some like dementia and Alzheimer's and all that right now. God bless his soul. He's 83. But dude,
PSA.
One of the greatest entertainers of all time.
If you're ever near Tim and Neil Diamond fires up, get away from Tim.
Don't let me touch your boobs.
No, just get away from Tim.
So you've never seen the jazz singer, clearly. Ever heard of the jazz singer?
I've heard a jazz singer.
Jesus. Because we're abbreviated, I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
Everybody go look up the 1980 hit, The Jazz Singer, starring Neil Diamond. And by the way, Lucy Arnaz, Lucille Ball's daughter.
Uh-huh.
It's a remake of the 1927 Al Jolson, The Jazz Singer, by the way, which was the very first talking movie of all time.
Al Jolstein was in the first.
Jolson.
Oh.
Jesus. Jesus Cristo.
And finally, to top it off.
That's what she said.
Matthew Lillard is 54 today.
Who is Matthew Lillard?
Oh my God. He's the new voice of Shaggy.
Why is there a new voice of Shaggy? We already have a voice of Shaggy.
Because I don't think Casey Kasem is still with us.
But we can AI his voice. AI does everything else. Why can't it do that?
Matthew Lillard was also in some movies, and he was in Scream as one of the bad guys and stuff like that.
So you're telling me there's going to be new Scooby-Doo movies?
There is new Scooby-Doo movies.
Like now?
Yes, there's one now on like HBO Max. It's like Scooby-Doo and Crypto the Super Dog go like solve crimes and stuff.
I was not a fan of Scrappy, by the way.
Nobody was a fan of Scrappy.
There's new Scooby-Doo movie with so
Matthew Lillard.
But there's Velma and Daphne and Fred and Daphne are still boning, but nobody recognizes it,
right?
Or acknowledges it.
And like Velma and Shaggy are a thing every once in a while until Scooby gets upset.
Shut up.
Except for that one Cinemax series where Velma was more into the taco than the wieners.
Well, I mean, that's clearly the way it was originated.
So,
are you serious?
Yes. In every Scooby-Doo porn, it's Shaggy and...
There's Scooby-Doo porn? What? Like, I know about Bob's Burgers porn. Are you trying to tell me there is Scooby-Doo porn? Where do I go, Colby?
Anywhere.
Send me a link.
I don't have to.
Liar.
I don't have
You got them all saved on your phone now.
I don't have them all saved on my phone.
I want to see the Scooby-Doo porn. Wait.
I don't save those particular videos.
Wait. Is Scooby involved in the Scooby-Doo porn? Because that's a different level right there.
That is a different level, and not unless you get the actual animated version.
Jesus Christ.
They do weird things with AI now.
Apparently, except Shaggy's voice, that they have to go replace with an actual actor.
I don't know how we got here.
I do. Matthew Lillard. It's his fault, whoever that dude is.
So that's today's birthdays.
All right, Colby.
We're trying to do a short version, but...
Oh, yeah. Facebook birthdays, Colby. Today, Alexa Grimland. Happy birthday to Alexa.
Do not feed her after midnight.
Alexa, what's the weather today?
I'm Alexa.
That was live. Good friend,
Mark.
Yvette Vargas Rios. Happy birthday to Yvette.
You can't say good friend and then struggle with the pronunciation of her name.
That's not what I call her.
Okay.
I call her what's up, you.
Oh.
Yvette Vargas Rios. Happy birthday to you. Colby, recent birthdays that we missed because we didn't do a show. Justin Lucas. Happy birthday to Justin.
Created that good salt.
Happy birthday to one of my favorite bartenders at Revel. She's a hot and she's a good Claudia Stevens. Happy birthday to Brittany Sparks. Former classmate Kimberly Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up in future birthdays before our next show, Colby, Brian Purdy.
What's up, BP?
What's up, BP?
I thought coming up was somebody's name.
Wow.
You're like, and coming up. And I was like, oh my God, that's the worst name ever.
Only if you don't know him. Colby, and maybe most importantly, actually, there's two most importantly's on this list before a potential Monday show. And I say potential because we don't know.
Right.
Radio DJ the DJ. Whoa! Don Pridemore Jr.'s birthday. As he'll be 46.
He loved the combination of Sprite and bananas.
That is disgusting.
Actually, no. In fact, in case you didn't know, and now you just heard that, you're going to go try it. Do not eat a banana and then try and drink a 2-liter of Sprite. It won't work for you.
You'll die.
It won't work for you.
Wait, you'll die just drinking a 2-liter of Sprite, regardless of if you eat a banana.
Yeah, but the combination doesn't sit
because of the banana
in the stomach real well.
I remember that video.
And you'll
video.
You will violently vomit.
I can't wait to do that when I get home. Colby Christy Harrington having a birthday coming up on the 26th.
That's Joey's sister.
On the 27th, yeah, he was washed. Heather Campana, she's a hot. Colby, my Facebook
Cabana's brother.
My Facebook friend Michael Egdorf. Happy birthday to you, sir. You'll be 53 on the 27th.
What's his last
name? Egdorf.
Please tell me he walks around on his knees with his shoes.
Colby, he's not Dorf on golf.
Damn it.
He is not Egdorf on golf.
He's got a little egg head, little egg on his head. Just a little eggshell.
Okay, he is my Facebook friend that I may have met before, but I don't know. Or maybe I didn't.
He's all like, you want to watch me dunk a basketball?
And Colby, finally, celebrating a birthday. He'll be 30 on Sunday. Your old cohort at the Fan, Eric Chiafolo, turns 30 on Sunday.
Chief.
The Big Chief.
Dude. He's
a good.
He's a good dude. Like,
He's not my good, but he's a good.
no, like the actual like essence of good dude. He's that. He's like your bro guy.
Yep.
But he's nice the whole time.
Yep. We love Eric.
Even when he's like aggravated, he's still aggravated in like a nice way.
But he's like cutely aggravated.
I wouldn't call it cutely. He's just like, man, that sucks, man.
He used different
He's just
adjectives.
Yeah, he's a different cat.
Eric Chiafolo, part of that now G-Bag Nation with 125 regular cast members over on the Fan.
Hey, you know,
I don't know how many people they have on their show because you don't know who they are because they keep talking over each other.
That's their thing.
Colby.
It's a good. Anything with a general involved is good. So, and
My good.
find out what Brian brought us.
Jesus. Colby, my good.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 4 options, it still took us 20 minutes.
I know.
Neil Diamond. Of course. No shock, right?
Right.
I freaking love Neil Diamond. By the way, on my Bubble Bath playlist on Spotify. Spotisex.
You have a never mind.
I do have a Bubble Bath playlist, Colby. Would you like to know who else is on it?
No, I wouldn't.
Richard Marx,
Shut up.
Michael Bolton, Celine Dion, Kenny Rogers, Lionel Richie, and maybe a little bit of Linda Ronstadt.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Who's not on it?
After the
Ginger.
Well, I should be.
Colby, my bad. I'm going to go with Matthew Lillard because I don't know who that is.
That's dumb.
I don't know who it is, and he's a fake Shaggy.
That's dumb. He's
No.
a super good guy.
No, he's not.
Mhm.
No, I don't like him. Stole my wife.
Probably.
My ugly Colby. I mean, I only have 2 options here. I don't know what Alicia Keys looks like.
Oh man,
I'm guessing she's not ugly,
she is not ugly.
which leaves only one possibility. Mary Lou Rattan, as they named that furniture after her.
Right.
But she looks just like she did in 1984, which is weird because I don't look anything like I did in 1984. I don't know about you.
No.
You look the same?
No, I don't look the same.
When you were 7?
Right. I don't look the same.
No,
I've
she's
changed.
she's my ugly Mary Lou Retton.
Walking around and
Her
Wonder
shows her
Woman
teeth too
underoos.
much. She shouldn't show her teeth so much, man.
My
Just saying.
my good is Alicia Keys.
All right, I gotta look her up.
My bad.
Is she black, white, non-denominational?
She's black, but like
Okay,
if you were to describe it, you would say lighter.
light skin,
Skin.
black.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right,
Um.
like a Puerto Rican.
No, you can tell. I mean, I don't. Jesus, this is troubling waters for a white guy to step into. Just
They're hot. I think they're hot. I was being
you know what? She is hot. I just have struggles with you even going there.
with a Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican chicks are hot.
Yes, they are. I just
Like Puerto Rican chicks. Not like Asians.
you didn't have to add that last part.
I was trying to give some context. Or girls from Alabama.
My bad is Neil Diamond.
Shut up!
And my ugly.
Shut up! No.
Mary Lou Retton.
No. Change it. We're not moving on. We're not moving on until you change it.
Out of the options I have,
That's
Tim.
my veto. Nope. I got my veto.
Okay, then I don't have a bad.
Okay, but don't call him a bad. You can have not bad. You have a not bad?
I mean,
You can't call Neil Diamond your bad. Okay, number 1, he's 83 and he's suffering from dementia.
okay,
He's a great American.
right.
And he's not a bad. Have I ever vetoed any of your choices before? Have we ever even talked about having a veto?
Yes, we've talked about having a veto. I vetoed you one time because you were being
You did?
an idiot. Yes.
Who is it for?
I don't even remember. It
I don't
was
either.
just so dumb.
Okay, well, that's how I feel about this.
Okay, it's fine.
He can't be a bad.
I don't have a bad then.
Okay, just don't call Matthew Lillard you're bad. I want to hear you say it, that he's bad.
No, I'm not going to do that because I love Scooby-Doo. So there you go.
But you like him better than Casey Kasem?
He's done more stuff than Casey Kasem did.
Did he do it better?
His Shaggy is
No.
Yes. The old school Scooby's okay. But,
All right, I will allow the no bad.
Okay.
But I will also on my paper mark down that you said Matthew Lillard was bad.
No, I didn't say that.
I think we should. Well, you know what? We're going to continue the fun because Colby also has another segment coming up next.
I do. It's great. Yes. Welcome into Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. All right. So, should I start off with the breaking news coming out about the Daredevil Born Again? I guess I'm going to. By the way, if you are paying attention to this and you do want to know, because Tim actually sent this question to me via text, so I will be explaining what the hell and who the hell is a Madam Web.
Because I know things, except for that.
So, but let's get into a little bit of Daredevil Born Again, which was going to be originally like 18 episodes long. It's no longer 18 episodes. They're chopping some of the episodes to make this a little bit of a shorter season. It still looks like it's going to be like a half a season released of like 7 or 6 episodes, and then they're going to release the second half of it after it because they've got a lot of stuff to try and work in. For those that don't know, a lot of the characters from the Netflix series, if you were a fan of that, are returning. Your Foggy is returning. Chick, I forgot her name from True Blood. She's returning. But the one character that just got released by Deadline that's returning is Wilson Bethel is going to be reprising his role as Bullseye. So if you liked Bullseye in the Netflix series, he's going to be coming back to Daredevil Born Again, and he will be in it. So his character was really good in, it's like he played an evil version of Daredevil in the Netflix series. And then it was later released that his main thing is he can't miss and he had some of the other things that were going on. So, the fight with Bullseye and Daredevil is still one of the greats in the Netflix series, along with the long hallway shot.
How long was the Netflix series on?
It was 2 or 3 seasons.
All right.
So, and it's really good.
I haven't watched it. Should I invest and watch it?
Do you like the Kingpin?
I liked the Kingpin from Echo and from Bow and Arrow, dude.
Yeah. So Vincent he started being the Kingpin in the Daredevil series.
Oh, so that's where he started the. Okay,
yes.
All right. I didn't know that.
So the Netflix.
I thought his first appearance was in Hawkeye.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No, the creation of that guy, even though it's based on the comic books, the creation of him as that character, it's born in the Daredevil series.
Huh.
So
wow, okay.
You get to see him step by step become the Kingpin.
Oh.
So
okay. All right. No, I'm in.
So it's definitely something worth taking a look at. If you didn't know about the Netflix series and you're thinking, well, what am I expecting with Disney being in control of this Daredevil character? It looks like because of them also doing what they did with Echo, which is selling it also to Hulu or having it on Hulu. It looks like that's going to be their.
That was on Hulu?
It was also on Hulu, correct. You could stream it.
Echo?
Yes, you could stream it on Hulu and on Disney Plus. They did that to try and boost their numbers. Because
not everybody, probably more people have Hulu than have
exactly
Disney. Okay.
Or just to get those people that just have Hulu or just watch Hulu and they think the Disney's for their kids. Now to get them into it a little bit, which they.
But every other show that Marvel does has been on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So it seems like that's their audience, and they already have Disney Plus.
Right, but their numbers are down a little bit on some of their shows,
okay.
so they're trying to do anything they can to up their subscriber numbers or up the amount of views that it gets, and that was
Gotcha.
their one way to do it. By the way, it's also in for Daredevil Born Again, Bernthal's Punisher. I've said this multiple times, but this is your first time hearing it. He will also make his MCU debut in Daredevil Born Again. So you will see the Punisher in there as well. So a lot of things to look forward to. The Bullseye thing was something that I didn't see coming until it got released by multiple people. And I was like, wow. They really are. They are taking that show as the blueprint and saying we're doing this as a born again total situation. It's just we're making it part of the MCU, so that's completely awesome.
So can I take this opportunity to give you some props?
Sure.
I will give the Colby Sapp all the props as I finished Echo, and we talked last week. Well, you talked last week about the changes they made about the character.
Correct.
That I was unaware of as a casual, right. I'd never heard of who Echo is.
Right.
And at that point, I had only seen the first episode. Right. So since then, I have watched the entire series. And while it was good, and I appreciated it, and I think it was through all of the Marvel whatever's the series, I think it fits. Right. I thought it was good. I don't regret spending the time watching it at all. I love the character. The things that you said they abandoned would have made it better.
Yes, would have made it
because better. You didn't know until episode 5 at the very end when she starts literally echoing the powers of her ancestors, her Native American ancestors, and I thought at the time, I was like, this is really cool. But Colby ruined it for me because he told me what the character really is. And that would have made they might have had to go, which apparently they were supposed to go farther with it, more episodes. If they'd have gone even 8 episodes instead of 5,
right?
They could have built that character background. And I just thought it didn't ruin it because I still enjoyed it, but that's all I could think about while I was watching the whole series after what you said. And I'll say this too. And again, I'm just a casual fan, right? I all of my information and intel I get from Colby. But the Kingpin character in this series, I don't know that I enjoyed it as much.
Well, it was a softer note.
And I don't know if and I'll tell you why I don't think I liked it. I don't like that. So the first episode, right? She shoots him in the head.
Uh-huh.
He shows up a couple of episodes later with an eye patch. It's really, that's all that happened to you. That's it? That's all that happened? And then the next episode, he doesn't even have the eye patch.
No.
Dude got shot in the head. But nothing. But it's fine.
And they're using this more in the MCU, but one of the things that Kingpin is known for in the comic books is he is tough to hurt, supernaturally tough to hurt. And it's just because of his size, his girth. It's a little bit more overblown in the comic books than they would be able to do in the MCU. But you go hit the Kingpin with, a mallet, and he's just oh, that kind of stings.
But a gunshot, a bullet to the skull in the face, and then 2 episodes later, there's no recollection of it. There's no scar. There's no hole. It's it never happened.
They pulled that. I will explain to you, Tim. They pulled that. What happens there directly from the comic books.
Okay. And I kind of figured that because that was an important part of what happened to Kingpin in the show. So I'm like, okay, well, this has probably happened in the comics. But it was just gone. I don't know.
It's part of building the mythos.
It's part
of the Kingpin character, of why he's such a formidable foe. Because in I think it was the season 2 of Daredevil where him and Punisher get into a fist fight at the jail, and it's epic. And you're like, good God, and the times that Kingpin and Daredevil have fought, you're like, good God Almighty, how much can Kingpin take and just keep coming? And it's just building that a little bit more.
So I'm going to continue to play the non-comic book guy here. if you're going to play that part of his character,
Yeah.
or show that part of his character and present that to the non-comic book crowd that's watching the series, don't end the episode with the gunshot and then it goes to black. Okay, in the episode, and I'm literally I'm going through this in my brain as you're explaining it to me. It's not premeditated. In the episode, with a gunshot and then a wide shot of him on the ground and her running away or getting back in the car and driving away, and then him getting up, so that you understand what just happened.
That's part of now. That probably could have been done that way for the non-comic book fans, but
Sure.
that particular part was done because the end panel of this particular comic book was him getting shot and then nothing. You knew nothing for until the next comic book come out. You didn't know anything.
Okay, so they were mirroring what happened.
Right.
Okay, makes more sense. I understand.
So there was that.
I'm a bad comic book guy.
I saw a video, and this is moving on from the Daredevil and whatever, but I saw a video, and it was Nick Cage, and he was explaining what they told him about what he was going to be in the Flash movie.
Oh no.
So what they told Nick Cage was, they said, hey, look, now it's just a short scene, but what we need you to do is we just need you to look at the camera, and your Superman is going to be watching his universe just die. And so we just need, without words, without anything, you just to express that what it's, facially what it's like to see, for Superman to see his world die. So he did. And he spent a while just working on what his face would look like. And he said, and then I got invited to the movie, so I went. And they used none of it. All it was me was a self-generated of my face fighting a spider.
Wow.
So they ran through so he was lied to in order for them to get him fighting a spider scene.
What was he lied to, or was it changed later?
He was lied to, man.
Oh.
He was lied to. And the reason
They just wanted his face.
The reason being is that if you ever went through and looked at that whole Superman show that he was going to be a part of, where they actually got, the costume, and there's the internet of him in the costume and all that, and what he was going to look like, the long-haired, just fresh from Con Air, Nicolas Cage, there to be Superman, right? The whole thing was, and he's going to fight a giant spider, was part of the movie script, right? So the whole thing was, everybody was like, man, I just wanted to see Nicolas Cage as Superman fighting a giant spider. That's all anybody ever wanted. And so they told him all this crap just so they could have the rights for his face to then go fight a giant spider. So other reasons why that Flash movie bombed.
But there's no recourse for that. Like, he can't go, this isn't what I was told I was going to be.
He gave them the use of his likeness.
But he doesn't have to approve what the likeness does.
No, I mean, granted, it was something that he was into, that he wanted to play Superman, and this was probably going to be his only shot, was to be able to see him on the big screen as Superman. So he probably would have agreed to just about anything. But the fact that they were like, yeah, we need this real emotional scene of your character, your Superman, watching his. And it wasn't even his planet. It wasn't even like Earth or anything. It was just this desolate planet with him just,
by the way,
fighting a spider.
Nicholas Coppola Cage as Superman is still one of my greatest dreams.
That would have been amazing. It would have been awful, Tim. It would have been awful.
No, it wouldn't.
It would have been awful.
I'm Superman.
And other the bees. I would have still watched it, and I would have still loved it, because I love everything that Nick Cage is in.
I do too.
But
you've never seen Raising Arizona?
No, I haven't.
You will.
I won't.
No.
The other things that came out as Gunn was on the threads answering questions.
Because you're on the threads now too, right?
I am. I've never actually looked at things on
Tagged
threads.
you on the threads earlier.
Yeah, so it actually popped on my phone, and I was like, oh yeah, that's there. I forgot about threads. But Gunn was on, Mr. James Gunn was on threads talking about with having a Q&A with people that would ask him questions on Threads. And one of the questions that was asked was, whatever happened to that J.J. Abrams Elseworlds Superman? And he says,
The gay one? Oh, that's different.
That's different.
Sorry.
This one is the Elseworlds. They're actually going to have the black Superman. Which
Blooperman.
It's not what it's called.
Blooperman. Right, Big Red?
No. So that it's actually still in production. It's just in production hell. Like they're
so it probably will never be seen.
Probably not, but it's still like there. They're just
Right.
They haven't started anything with it yet. So for those that thought that was going to go away or whatever, it still hadn't gone away yet.
So it's not going away, but it's not coming closer.
They're nowhere close to filming.
Damn
Put
it.
you that way.
See Blatt. I want to see Blatt.
Superman. It's just Superman.
I want to see that.
It's just Superman.
What about Idris Elba as Superman?
Dude,
Would you be in?
anything that guy does, I'm in.
I still want him to be James Bond.
Anything that guy does, I'm in.
He does a commercial now. I'm into the commercial. Have you seen his commercial?
Yes.
With him and his wife?
Yes.
He's like, I'm Idris Elba. Like, it's funny. Whatever. I don't remember what it's about.
I liked it when he walked into that people's room and just started putting logs on the fire.
Because I'm Idris Elba.
I
would let him make love to my woman.
Deadpool 3 has wrapped up its filming, so that's now going to the editing phase.
I tagged you in a tweet today.
Did you?
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
From Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, is it him on the back of
No, it's Ryan Reynolds tweeted out because they rapped today.
Yes.
Like it was it. So all he did, it was a picture of like apparently him in the suit,
right?
But only from the waist down. You can see the belt buckle, the belt buckle, and like the rest of the suit. He goes, so the suit hides a lot of blood, but this was the last scene we shot today. We wrapped. Very happy for all my, everybody involved, whatever, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. So like, yeah, it's just the red suit. He's like, you don't know how much blood is on my suit right now. I was cracking up and I tagged you in it.
So I
was like, that's our show every day. I don't know how much blood is on my suit.
I mean, we're going to rename it. We're going to rename the show. Finally, just to answer a few questions, if you have them, on who or what the hell is in Madam Web. So in the I'll just tell you what she is in the comic books, because I do not know what they're doing with this character in this upcoming movie. This movie, by the way, does not actually happen in any current Spider-Man verse that Sony owns. So you're not going to see Holland's Spider-Man in this particular universe. You're not going to see Garfield's or Maguire's or anybody like that's not going to be involved right now in this until they do some, more with the Spider-Verse and all that, and then drag these characters in. But right now they're on a separate universe than anybody else. But so Cassandra Webb, who is Madam Web, you've seen her probably if you've watched any Spider-Man cartoons or watched or read any comics. Her first comic was like in the 80s that she was involved with.
Oh, so it's recent. Okay. Well, I say recent.
1980s.
80s to me. It's recent for me.
But her character is got the ability to be a telepath, see some into the future, and all her abilities are in her brain. She doesn't have any actual physical abilities. In fact, in the comic books, she is the only really correlation she has with Spider-Man is that she interacts with Spider-Man a lot. She doesn't have any spider powers per se. And she's also like paralyzed and like on life support. But her her life support is connected to her by this web that was invented. So she's always surrounded by this webbing, what it looks like, but it's actually her life support from her time. So I don't know what they're doing with the Madam Web character, but every time that I've seen her in a comic book or in a cartoon series or in a game for that matter, she is, kind of, bound to a chair with this webbing, and she just happens to have on, a little bit of almost Spider-Man motif like outfit. So,
but she's not an alternate world Spider-Man,
No.
like we've seen in the Spider-Verse.
No, she's not an alternate world Spider-Man. In
Because
fact,
that was when I sent you that was my initial thought. Like, so this is another Spider-Man in another universe that we haven't seen yet for some reason. Like I was overthinking it, like I do everything.
no, the other thing that ties to, besides the other like spider characters in it, and I haven't delved into who these people are, the women that she's helping protect from the bad guy Spider-Man. By the way, the bad guy Spider-Man, get into it real quick. That's Ezekiel Sims, who in the comic books is not a bad guy. In fact, he's got like Spider-Man type powers, but he also has some abilities to like reach out telepathically.
Right.
And is got a possibly in this movie has an ability to take away life force from people.
All right.
So
like all of my ex-wives.
But again, in the comic books, he's not a bad guy. So I don't know how he's a bad guy in this. But in the comic books, he actually explains Spider-Man to Spider-Man. He says, like, the spider was there to give you powers. The actual radiation in the spider is not what gave you the powers. It was the spider. Because it was, what he describes was a spider totem. Because Ezekiel believes in totems that give people powers, like animals that are totems that give you abilities, right? He says the radiation actually killed the spider. The spider was just there to give you powers. And that's the reason why all the people that are coming after you are false totems, like the rhino.
I'm so confused right now.
Okay. So most of Spider-Man's villains are animals of some sort.
Based on animals.
Yes. So the rhino, the scorpion, the
Doc Ock,
the lizard. Yes. So he explains to Spider-Man that all the bad guys in like the Sinister Six, I guess, except for Electro, are like these false totems that are coming after him because he's the real. It gets real deep. It just gets real deep. But this is stuff from Ezekiel Sims.
And this is all comics.
Yes.
I should have read comics, Colby.
So Ezekiel Sims he's not a bad guy, but they made him a bad guy for this Madam Web, which, man, I hope it does good. I do, but I have questions already going into it that y'all need to explain the reason why Madam Web is, she's just running around.
But why is she going to be a thing now? Like, because I saw it on my timeline, right? Like, and I think I tagged you. So is that going to be something now that's tied into everything? Because they always tie everything in.
They do, except you have to remember this is Sony. Sony doesn't have the same ability to tie things in.
I thought Sony didn't own Spider-Man anymore.
They do. They share Spider-Man.
The Tobey Maguire.
They share all versions of Spider-Man now with the MCU for a limited time because your Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman are going to be key for the next little bit of the MCU.
But they allowed Tobey Maguire to be in the last Spider-Man.
And Andrew Garfield.
Oh, they own him too?
Yes.
All right, Colby.
I don't know how far you want to go into this, bud.
No, we don't. We can't. We gotta go. We got to break. Big Red's on the line waiting.
Okay.
But we need to buy Sony.
So we can do this correctly.
Can we do it? Me and you put our bank accounts together and buy Sony?
Just so
like what's Sony really? Like, are they worth anything? I don't know what Sony is. I have a TV that's called Sony. Is it the same thing?
Yeah, and that PlayStation that you play and everything.
Oh, Sony owns PlayStation? Okay, so here's what we have to do. They just released PlayStation 5, right?
Yeah.
Well, that means we have to come out with PlayStation 6 before they do, and we will own it. That's what I'm talking about, eh?
This is the worst dismount of mystery shotgun.
Can we just make it happen?
That's ever happened. So if you dug any of that
Love
information, catch any more of my mystery shotguns, you can go back and learn stuff that apparently is still just getting released now. But there you go. This has been Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. Coming up next, we're going to drag Big Red onto the air and make our NFL picks against the spread. And then I've got some news and notes for you. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. I like throwing pens.
Hello, sports fans. Fans, dreams. Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there. Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show as I get myself back on camera here because
What up?
Colby doesn't deserve all the airtime. I mean, I deserve a little bit of the airtime.
Coming up after this, more me.
God, there's going to be so much more of you. But you know who deserves more airtime than we do, Colby?
Big Red.
What is up, boys?
Big ass fat face right there deserves all the airtime.
It is a fat face.
What's a fudge, Big Red?
What's going on?
How you doing?
How y'all doing?
So when's the last time you saw a big fat penis?
That's a weird question. So,
well, no, he should have said the last time I went to the bathroom. But apparently, he doesn't go to the bathroom.
Nope.
I've seen Big Red's penis.
Just did my pants.
Breaking news.
Stacy sent me pictures
Breaking news. Stacy sent you pictures
of Big Red's pee-pee.
Mm-hmm.
The pee-pee.
You know what?
Big Red said pee-pee.
Yeah,
Fish had hold of my nipple.
Big Red.
As the mounting of this segment is one of the worst mountings of a segment.
No, it's the best ever
that can ever happen because
like the dismounting of the last segment just seems like a continuation.
Yeah.
This segment's about to go away.
It's a fucking nightmare.
You belligerently just waddle through everything that's in your brain until you make it to the point to where we make picks.
Well, the segment's about to go away in like 2 weeks. So I'm trying to make the best of it that I can because it's everyone's favorite segment.
Is it?
It is.
I mean, I love the fact that Big Red is on, but every other part of this segment besides us actually picking where you're just like, you end up just saying, and now it's time for the San Diego, LA Chargers. And you just have to name every city that the team was at until we make the pick.
Because Colby hates history.
Oh, my God. Just say it quickly.
Why do you hate history?
Huh?
Why do you hate history?
I don't need to know.
For instance, Colby, our good friend Norm Hitzkiss.
I just gave an explanation of why I don't want.
Here we go.
What I don't want, and it's
Our good friend Norm Hitzkiss, by the way, who is on our channel now.
Yes.
And he's a badass. Do you know what today's segment was about, or today's Norm show is about? The origin of professional football in Dallas.
That's amazing.
8-minute show.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what it wasn't about? The Dallas Cowboys, because they weren't the first team.
Tim,
I'm so angry right now, Big Red.
I knew
So
this,
angry, Big Red.
I knew this information, Tim.
You didn't know that because you hate history.
I knew that. You want to know how I knew that?
Because you love history.
It's because every time we talk about the Chiefs, you have to mention the fact that the former Dallas Texans.
Nope. Different Dallas Texans.
Whatever. Say it again, just so I can be happy about it.
All right. You really want me to tell you?
No, shut up.
Or should I just play Norm's show? Colby, did you know there was a 1952 edition of the Dallas Texans?
You know, there's no.
I'm going to make him so mad right now. Colby, so there was a 1952 edition of the Dallas Texans that were part of the NFL that were actually a remnant of the New York Yanks. Not Yankees, Yanks. They moved to Dallas. They played 4 games in the Cotton Bowl. And the only touchdown they scored all season was in the first game at the Cotton Bowl against the New York Giants when the Dallas Texans punted. The punt returner fumbled the punt, and the Dallas Texans ran it in for a touchdown at the goal line. Would you like to know who that New York Giants defensive back was that fumbled the ball that allowed the Dallas Texans to score their only touchdown of the season? That would be Tom Landry. 8 years later, he would be the coach of the Cowboys. Colby, history does matter. It does matter. I don't care what you say. God damn it. Damn son of a bitch. I'll tell you the same thing the guy at the bar told me the other day. Goddamn son of a bitch. How did you get to have sex with her and not me? So you don't even care about that? Like, that's historical. Tom Landry allowed the only touchdown in the history of the Dallas Texans, and then 8 years later was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Like, that doesn't mean anything to you. Like, that's just stupid. Kind of like growing baseball players in a cornfield.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the first words that I heard.
I hate you so much.
You know what was going on the rest of the time in my brain that whole
Big
time?
Red.
That was my brain. That was what was going on the whole time he was on.
Big Red.
Yeah.
We need a show.
Huh?
We need a show.
You know what was going on inside Big Red's brain while you were doing that?
He was interested. Big Red, tell me right now, face to face. Face to face.
Oh my God, that's too close.
You were not interested in what I had to say. Tell me right now.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, but I mean, we're 20 minutes, 25 minutes behind schedule.
Yeah, but it's our show. We can do whatever we want.
I mean,
Spittle's not here.
yeah.
Ben Rogers isn't here. No, Big Red, seriously, tell me right now.
I mean, he did.
You weren't interested in that?
He already told you.
Tell me again.
Yes,
No!
yes, it was interesting. Let's go.
We only have 2 games. Like, I'm trying to buy time here.
It should be a 2-minute segment.
No, it shouldn't. It should be a 20-minute segment.
Well, we're already
wait.
20 minutes in.
Oh, wait, do I have my paperwork? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I love America. Y'all love America?
America.
Or do you want to move back to Canada? All right, boys, because we have so much time on this segment, we're going to recap the divisional round picks and our points. Going into the divisional round, Big Red, 76 points. Colby, 73 points. I'm sorry, the coin, 73 points. Colby, 69 points. 69, dude. 69 points. And me bringing up the rear end, spread my cheeks far and wide with 64 points. Big Red disappeared. He fell down. Fell out of his chair. So we were going over the divisional round picks. I can't speak because I'm like 10 fireball shots and 18 Jaeger shots. We had the Texans and Ravens. Tim got 2 points. The coin got 1 point. Big Red and Colby got 0. And by the way, do you guys remember I predicted the final score? Y'all were all shocked when I predicted a 44-13 Ravens win. And by the way, your final score, 34-10 Ravens.
Not close.
You know, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I'm going to say it was close. So, yes, we're very, very close. Big Red's already been disqualified for missing so many weeks when he took the bar took priority over the show. So while he is in the celebrational first place,
He's still in the first place.
he's in celebrational first place. He's been disqualified from the tournament
No, he's still in the tournament.
because he likes the bar more than he likes us.
Oh my God!
We talked about this and you agreed. This was your idea.
It wasn't my idea.
You were like, no, fuck Big Red.
I
I
always
said, no, if you don't like Big Red, fuck you.
That's my line. Fuck off.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know you're saying a lot, but you still. I mean, you only. Okay, we've been doing this segment for I don't know
3 years.
15 minutes right now.
3 years.
You've been able to rattle off our scores for one division. We haven't even made picks yet.
Oh, you just want me to get on with it? Is that what you're trying to say? Colby, do you have somewhere to be?
No. I don't have anywhere to be. I'm trying moving it. We call this segment "Picks Against the Spread," and yet we haven't made a pick yet. It's all.
We're reviewing old picks.
You've made it through one review.
Hey, Big.
Hey, we get something done now. I don't hear anything.
What happened to me? What just happened? You shut me out. All right. Colby, would you like me to proceed with the pick? We have 2 games, dude. We have 2 games.
I know we have 2 games.
You were fine talking about gay transvestites earlier.
We didn't have a segment about gay transvestites.
We will.
Oh.
Big Red already said he wanted to be part of that one.
Uh-huh.
He said he has some deep thoughts.
Welcome to Picks Against the Spread. Go on.
For the love of God. All right. Just want me to go straight news? Do you want me to be Rich Phillips?
I just want you to get to the next game.
You mean the first game?
The first game, yeah.
I mean, you were going over our picks from last week. You made it through.
And then he stopped me.
You made it through one because you weren't going anywhere. You made it through one game.
I tried.
Is that you trying?
All right. Here's our points. Lance got 4. The coin got 2. Colby got 3. I got 5 last week. How's that?
That's amazing.
Better?
Yeah.
Is that more informational for you?
That's amazing. I mean, he was going to go. No, I'm not going to say anything.
What was I going to do next?
Nothing.
Y'all ever made pancakes with peanut butter?
I've got gas.
I know, I can tell.
This segment is giving me gas.
I can smell it from right freaking here. Big Red, can you smell his gas?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
All right, boys. We have 2 games this week, Colby,
Yes, we do.
in case you're interested. If you'll shut up long enough for me to tell you about the games. Are you ready? Big Red might get my ass kicked after the show. I miss you.
Yeah, you're going to miss me.
I miss the garage. And your trash can. Boys, we have the Chiefs in the American Football Conference Championship game plus 3.5 at the Ravens with your total of 44.5. It is the, I believe, second meeting all time of these two teams in the playoffs.
Okay.
It is the first between Lamar Jackson and Patricia Mahomes.
Okay. Not how you say his name, but cool.
Patricia. Sorry. I mispronounced Patricia. The Chiefs are favored. I'm sorry. The Chiefs are underdogs by 3.5 at M&T Bank Stadium with a total of 44.5. By the way, I mean, you guys, this is no story for y'all. The Ravens are on a roll.
Yeah.
They destroyed after struggling in the first half in the divisional round. They destroyed the Texans in the second half. Held them scoreless, outscored them 24-0. And by the way, that is an example of how your football team makes second half adjustments to win games. Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn, Jerry Jones. That's what you should be doing.
So you've probably forgotten it's the Chiefs. The Ravens are 3.5 up. So,
that's what I said.
But
favored by 3.5.
Yeah, favored by 3.5.
But they beat the Texans by a bunch. That's what I was saying.
And 44 is the over.
44.5.
44.5.
Colby's trying to move us along.
No, I'm just trying to reiterate because it's been so long since the last time you said it.
I just said it. All right, Colby. I guess I have to go first because I'm in first place because I'm winning.
Yes, you're in last place. Big Red's in first. The Coin's in second. I'm in third.
All right. Well, I have the Ravens.
I just broke my headphones.
Like that's the first time that ever happened. Broke the table almost once when the Cowboys lost.
It's true.
So I have the Ravens. And I also have, sorry, I'm trying to get the coin simulator up because I've been busy. I also have the over, boys.
Okay.
I have the Ravens and the over at 44.5. And I believe this will be the first of many, many upcoming playoff matchups. So everybody talks now about Mahomes and Allen, right?
Right.
But Mahomes has dominated that 3 of the last 4 years, eliminating Allen and the Mahomeses. I think that the new rivalry in the AFC is about to be Jackson and Mahomes.
Okay.
And I believe that's due. This is the first of, whether it's AFC championship games, whether it's divisional matchups, whatever. I think this is the future. This is the next Brady Manning.
Okay.
I think it's Jackson and Mahomes.
Until proven wrong, which could be this week, I am going with if Patrick Mahomes is on your team, then I'm going to go with you because of the playoff prowess that he does show. So I don't doubt that Lamar Jackson has the ability or the team has the ability to win this game, but until proven otherwise, give me the Chiefs in this game. Also, if it's to go the route I think it is, it's going to be an over game. So give me the Chiefs in the over. And
by the way, the mistrust in or not putting your stake in Jackson is not unwarranted because after his win against the Texans, he's 2-4 in the playoffs.
Right.
So yeah,
This could change the narrative, but until it does, I'm going to go with Patrick
Mahomes. The coin would be next, boys. Heads is Kansas City. Tails is the Ravens. Oh, it's heads. The coin has Kansas City. Heads is over, tails is under, and the coin also has the over. Kansas City and the over is I wipe beard hair apparently away from my sheet.
Okay.
Big Red, you are the expert. You're the bald one because I have all the hair.
No, I think that the Chiefs have done a ton and done really well the last few weeks in wrapping up the season with what little they have, and I think they MVS made a couple of catches last week. They got Mahomes, and Mahomes is Mahomes. He's always going to be Mahomes, and he's what wins you games. But I think they're running into a whole lot tougher football team this week, and so I'm going to have to go with the Ravens, and I'm going to take the under.
Wow. Big Red, it's amazing to me sometimes just how absolutely clueless and wrong you could possibly be.
Until he's proven right.
I'm just saying.
He's in first place.
Since I picked the same team you did.
I just said you were wrong. No, I picked the Ravens and the over.
That's
What?
who I
He
picked.
picked the Ravens.
You said Kansas City and the under.
He
I
said the Ravens and the under.
And the under.
Glad I brought that out because that's not what I wrote down.
Wow.
Well, I'd have driven down there and whipped your ass on Monday.
You said Baltimore in the under or the over?
Under.
Yeah, that's new. That's news to me. All right, I'll allow it.
I mean, you'll have to because that's what he said.
I'll allow it. But just so in the future, so you know, you need to not drink so much when you do your picks.
Oh my God.
The next game, boys, the only other game. The Cowboys and I'm just kidding. How would you feel if the Cowboys were in the NFC
I am
Championship
going
game?
to kick your ass.
Colby, why aren't the Cowboys in the NFC Championship
It's going to be
game?
a live on-air ass kicking.
I probably deserve it. All right, I'm in last place, so I will pick our final game first. Jesus, Colby's going to go there. It's because we're already supposed to end the show and we're late. It's all Big Red's fault. Big Red should have been on the show on time.
He was.
Big Red was on the show on time, sitting in the fucking green room, waiting on your ass.
Not Eastern time. St. Louis. Is the Lions plus 6.5 at the 49ers with a total of 50.5, which seems like a large penis to me. Or I'm sorry, a large total to me.
Make your pick.
Boys, since I'm in last place,
Huh?
I will make this pick first for y'all's benefit.
I've got time for one news and note story.
I have the Lions. And I have the under. I'm just saying.
All right.
Colby, you should be prepared for your pick. Why are you taking so long?
I want to pick the Lions, but my brain says that this is the 49ers game. So give me the 49ers. And you know what? Give me the under.
And the underwear. Mr. President, heads is the Lions, tails is the 49ers. Mr. President, George Washington, has the 49ers. That's a first. Nobody's ever picked them before.
Right.
And then heads is the over, tails is the under. Oh, George Washington thinks that the 49ers and the over
Okay.
will succeed. Big Red. I know you've never made a football pick before. How do you feel?
I'm a little lost here, so I don't know exactly what y'all are doing.
Do I have to explain it to you? Please
Do
don't
we-
tell Colby I have to explain it to you.
Do we use points? Do I
You have to
get?
punch me right now through the glass.
Do we give or take points? Yeah. Quick and simple. Give me the Lions and give me the under.
I feel like you just guessed. So Big Red Face has the Lions in the under. All right, boys. There's your conference championship picks against the spread. Apparently, we're not allowed to have fun with them, and we're not a fun show anymore. Colby's all like, news and notes. It's all about me. My segment, motherfucker.
I just wanted.
I need news and notes.
Just wanted enough time to do 2 stories.
Big Red, you want to hang out for news and notes?
Maybe 3.
I gotta go.
Whatever. Who's over there? Does Stacy know?
Don't you worry about it.
Stacy know?
Don't you worry about it. She's at work. Hush.
Tell Heidi I said hello.
Hide it.
Yeah, shut him off.
Wow.
All right, Colby.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. It's all about Colby. Which means we have to go here. By the way, America's favorite segment. As soon as I can find the intro.
Fuck you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making it sound good. Abbreviated news and notes where I search the World Wide Web for the weird
Internets.
By God, I found it. And really and truly, we only have time to go to one story.
Do whatever you want, Colby.
And that's Florida.
Oh.
We're going to Florida. We're going to Florida Man. We're going to Robert Brush. He got pulled over for a regular traffic stop, Mr. Robert Brush. And he forgot to use his name. He forgot to brush off his identification and insurance and registration before he handed it to the cop. He handed his license to the cop. The cop looks at the license and goes, oh, what's this on your license? Apparently, he was using his license to cut his meth up. So his license, driver's license, still had his meth on it. That's bad. So the cop, of course, ran the residue that was on his license.
So there's like meth residual?
It was meth. It was actually like he handed it to him, and it still had like powdered meth like on the license.
I hate when that happens.
So this routine traffic stop ended up being a drug bust because Robert Brush forgot to brush off the meth that was on his license.
Typical Robert.
I mean, he was just slightly speeding. Not like the kids that were also speeding in Florida.
They're all speeding in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, he was on meth, but he wasn't speeding as much as what these kids were.
In the next story?
In the next story. As we got two kids, well, I say kids, they were 17 and 18, that were traveling, they were clocked on the radar gun at 199 miles an hour. Which
in a school zone?
No, it was on a 70 mile an hour road, but they were doing 199 miles an hour, which if you have a car capable of doing 199 miles an hour, when you get pulled over for this, in your immediate thought is, we almost broke 200.
Do like radar detectors go that high? I don't think they do.
Well, they got clocked. They got actual clocked at 199.
And you're just pissed he didn't hit 200, right?
Aren't you? Aren't you at that point? There's nothing else you can be pissed about. You were already speeding once you made it past 75. You were already speeding, right?
You're just going.
And you're dangerously speeding at 100 or 95?
So at that point, when you have the proof that you were clocked doing 199 and you show your friends, you're like, yeah, we had already started slowing down because we saw the cop.
Right.
So, yeah, we were doing like
First of
215.
all, if you're doing 199 miles an hour, you didn't see nobody.
No.
You didn't see the cop. You see nobody because everything outside the windows it looks like when the Millennium Falcon enters hyperspace. You've just got lines, right? That's all you have. But
Colby, you know that's not real, right?
Huh?
You know that's not real.
Come on, baby, hold together. So yeah, no, but still, that's the only thing that I can think of.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because everything else you can't be. You got caught doing. It's not like you were. Oh man, I was doing 80 and they pulled me over. No. You weren't even doing twice the speed limit, which was 140. No. You were doing 100. So like I said, the only thing you can be mad at is the fact that you didn't do,
Colby, what's the fastest you've ever gone in a car?
In a car?
Driving, passenger, whatever.
In a car, it was, your 115, whatever.
Okay.
I don't
driving?
Remember. Yes. It was 1978 Camaro.
I mean, it'll do it.
Yeah.
So I drove 120 in a 1985 Nissan pickup truck down 35 north of Austin. And it was my brother's truck, and I was late because I stopped at a bar and I wasn't supposed to. And I was supposed to deliver the truck to his buddy at 6 a.m. And I was like 2 hours behind. 120 in a Nissan pickup truck.
I say 115-ish because I know it was over 100, but my speedometer broke. It didn't work. It was like
it went pew.
Yeah, it was my first ever my car. No, it was my second because I wrecked that El Camino. It was my first ever my car, and it was it had a big engine, replaced the Camaro engine.
Of course,
it was Holley equipped. It had everything, and of course, it had glass packs, so it was loud as shit.
Glass packs.
It had the sway bars on the back. So you didn't go anywhere.
Yep.
No,
cars were cool back in the day.
I don't know quite how, but yeah, we was going pretty fast. And it was with my mom was in the car.
Wait, what? Elaine was in the car?
She was in the car with me. And I just remembered I was going and I wasn't looking at the speedometer. And I remember looking over at her and she was ghost white and holding on to everything. I was like, oh, we're probably going. We're going real.
So I never talk to your mom, so I can't like do a voice of your mom.
Right.
But I can imagine in my head, Colby Sap.
As we changed 3 lanes because I almost missed our exit. Yeah.
Because he had to like dodge to the right to hit McDonald's.
Right. I just had to get over because it was time to exit. So there's that. And finally, there's a couple of companies that are working on their customer service. The Caribbean cruise ships now have a lieutenant dog that's on every ship to try and help with customer relations.
Like a canine?
Like an actual dog. Like they have a dog that just greets you and walks around the ship and says, "What's up?"
You just described all 3 of my wives.
That's there, which, you know what? That'll probably help out because you can't get mad if somebody also has a dog because the dog's cute.
Yep.
Right. So that might help them out. But what may not help people out is, did you hear what Burger King's doing?
I used to like Burger King.
Burger King, no matter your age or whatever, have to ask you either in the drive-thru or in the check stand if you would like a crown. And if you would like a crown, the people that work there are actually told to place the crown on your head.
No.
If you want it.
People don't like to be touched.
I know, but you have to say, yes, I do want that.
But what if you want it, but you don't want them to place it?
Well, then, you know.
Like, I want a crown, but don't touch me, motherfucker.
I mean, you could say that. And
I will.
I'm probably sure they won't. But can you imagine just waiting in line behind the person that's like, yeah, I want a crown. They're like, oh, crap. They have to go back and find the crown.
They got to fold it.
And then they've got to put it together. And then they go to place it on the dude's head, but it's like too small or too big. And now they
got to fix it.
And now you've got to wait for this guy to be paper crowned, right?
Before you can order your food?
Right.
I just want a Whopper.
Right.
So just get my Whopper.
Apparently it's supposed to help with customer relations because that small extra little bit that happens.
Oh, my God.
Is supposed to help, people be happier with their Burger King. By the way, there's only one reason why anybody ever chooses to go to Burger King is because you were in the vicinity of a Burger King and you could smell it.
Colby, Burger King's my favorite fast food restaurant.
And the only reason why you've ever been like,
you can smell it.
Because you can smell it. And it's not it's
flame broiled, baby.
It's weirder than like a Mexican food place. You can smell a Mexican food place when you enter the parking lot. You can smell a Burger King driving by it on the freeway.
Miles away.
Like, oh, hey, there's a Burger King nearby.
And it never tastes as good as it smells.
No, but
not anymore. It used to.
But you want it.
Still want it.
I
would have sex with Burger King. So
there's that. And that's news and notes, everybody.
Wow, that was an abbreviated news and notes.
And I've mixed in 3 stories. We're 7 minutes over, but who cares? Now I toss it to Tim to have the horrible dismount of the show as he tries to ramble his way through telling you all bye.
Do you think this is going to be a bad dismount?
You haven't had a good mounting or dismount all night.
But last week was terrible.
Yeah.
All right. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, me too. I'm drunk. All right. You already screwed it up. See, so I can't be on the radio. We want to appreciate everybody that joined us tonight.
We do want
all thousands of everybody.
You. We just can't.
Yeah. I will appreciate you personally if you just text me. And I will appreciate you in my own way. We will be back Monday, maybe?
Yes.
With another Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show right here on, I almost forgot my name, right here on FanStream Sports. Live, by the way, from the FanStream Sports studios in North Dallas, where it is cold and rainy right now. But we'll make it home. You guys don't worry about us. We will have more debauchery. We will have more argumentative topics. I will probably make you uncomfortable again. And Colby will try to save me from that. Because that's what we do right here on the Colby 17 IndyCar Tim show. Until next week, just do things.